Plannerettes. How are you? Are you good? Thank you so much for joining me. Hello to Cindy and Elle. Nice to see you both here today. Another new week, another what? Another great week. Let's make this a great week. So, thank you so much for joining me. If you are here with me live, please say hello in the chat. And of course, if you are watching on replay, don't forget to say hello there as well. Hashtag replay or just say hello, Marianne. Nice to see you on my screen again. I'm so happy that you can join me today. I hope you are ready for today's live stream. If you've ever known you needed to rest, but just couldn't figure out what to do, this one is going to be for you because today we're going to dive into self care. Now, so many people talk about that, and I talk about it a lot here. But let me tell you, if we can look after this one bit, it's going to make a lot of the things that's going on in our lives a little bit easier. I know myself in the past, I've never really put a lot of effort into it because I've always gone, don't have the time, I'll do it later, I'll I'll rest when I get to that point where I can no longer function. Look, we're going to look at self care today in a real way, a doable way, and hopefully this will genuinely help you, especially when you're already exhausted, you're already overwhelmed. So let me know how you go. Now, I did ask what song, and this camera keeps glitching. Hopefully, it's not too bad. What song gets you in the mood? So do let me know, because or else I'm going to be talking to myself here. So do let me know how what song either gets you pumping. Is that what the young kids say nowadays? Grooving, dancing, whatever it is. Let me know, and I'll also share with you what song, couple of songs that get me, in a happy mood. So I'm excited today because I get to show you the self care bingo card printable that I made last week. I think I made it Friday because I really wanted to figure out how to make it easier, not just for myself, but also for you guys out there, because this is the theme that I'm hearing, that I don't have the time, I feel guilty, I can't fit it in with my already flowing task and to-do list. So I made this self-care bingo card which will make it easier to take care of ourselves even on those days where we are the most overwhelmed, we've got anxious thoughts, and we're just feeling exhausted. And I can't wait to walk you through it. And so hopefully that you're going to enjoy today. Now, as always, the chat is open, so make sure you are saying hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and please really participate in today's live stream, because this is going to give me a lot of information on what we can do together to make sure that our day and our week is fruitful, that we are not hard on ourselves. And so let's quickly have a look. Elle says, Mother's Day in the US, so may be quiet today. All good. We can always just watch it back on replay. So those who are mothers, who are carers, and in that capacity, happy Mother's Day. So yes, yesterday I got some nice little presents from my family. Hello, Ronnie Cat. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. Well, if you aren't sharing at the moment, I'm going to share two songs that get me in the mood. Well, actually, let's say three. One is Keith Urban's The Fighter. When I pop that on, it's just the beat and the chorus and the and the key change. It just gets me in the mood. Another one is Teardrops by Womack and Womack. Again, it's just whenever I hear goodbye. Oh, it's just so nice. And then the other one that just dates back to a year my high school, year 7, year 8. So how old would I be? 12, 13 at school discos. My best friend and I love this song, and it's Push It by Salt and Pepper. So I really love that. Do cat mums count? Of course you do. Yes, happy Mum's Day to our fur babies. I love that. Yes, of course it counts. So yeah, so happy Mother's Day. That's a fun. That's funny. Al. Yes, we're carriers of different things. So but yeah, that's real. So that's so cute. All right. Well, look, if you are tuning in a little bit later and you do think up of the song that gets you going, let me know. Let's continue the conversation in the chat as well as in the comment section. So, like I said, please participate as much as you can. Keep me company if it is quiet because, in the US, it is Mum's Day. Here in Australia, it is Monday, just past 5 a.m. I'm ready to go. So hopefully you are too. So I want today's conversation a real community led one. So if you're ready, I am ready. So let's go. Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever known you needed a break? So he in your head, you know, you need a break, but you didn't take one. So type yes in the chat if you agree. I know I need a break, but you didn't take one. Okay, so you're not being lazy. It's not that you're ignoring your needs. You are just already tired. You're overwhelmed, and you may even be burnt out, so that even choosing how to rest feels like it is too much. And please understand, you are not alone. I feel that nearly every day. It's like, I know I got to do this, I know I got to do that. And that is why I talk about it all the time, because when I do take my breaks, I see the benefits on the other side of it. So, really important. Ronnie Cat says, yes, I know I need to take a break, but didn't take one. L as well, Cindy. So, really important that we keep this in mind, that we shouldn't wait until we're already burnt out. We should be adding it into our planner, being intentional about it, just like anything else that we put in our planner: meetings, answer email, do the laundry. Okay, so I will help you make sure to take our breaks intentionally, not as an afterthought. Now, I did do a poll on my YouTube, in my YouTube community, and this is the question: how often do you actually prioritize self care? 63% of us, so I think that's with 68 votes, 63% of us rarely prioritize self care. Only 12% do it daily. And to be honest, I actually wasn't shocked at all by this result, because I felt that too: the guilt, the pressure to keep going, or just that mental blank when it's finally time to rest. Okay, I know I got to rest, but what? How do I rest? Okay, so that is why we're talking about it today. Not in a go take a bubble bath kind of way, although, of course, that is nice, if you don't get interrupted by kids, or, so that a bubble bath is nice. But when we're not going to talk about it in that sense, we're talking about simple ways. And then I also did another poll: what's the biggest challenge that gets in your way? And so finding time is the top one, 47%. I know I hear that a lot. Marianne, I don't have the time. Now I'm going to call BS on this, not just for those who answer that, but for me. When I say to my husband, no, I don't have the time. I've got so many things to do. Yet I find myself scrolling on my phone, watching reels, watching videos, watching funny things for a couple of hours. So I now have to take away that excuse that finding time is the thing that gets in my way. So if you have ever found yourself lost scrolling through cool, funny videos, and look, if you're intentional about that time, that look, I'm going to give myself time to just watch funny videos or watch all these, YouTube videos that I love to watch, that is fine. But if it's an unintentional time that you're doing that, then you can find the time for yourself. Okay? So next time you go, I don't have the time, have a think. How long was I on my phone when I said I will only look at something for 10 minutes and then 45 minutes later? Okay, so most of us do. So, really, really important. And also, the next one is knowing what to do. And that is what this video is all about. Because sometimes when we know we got to take a rest and we're ready to take the rest and look after ourselves, we go, well, what do I do? Okay, I don't have time to do my mani. My nails are a little all chipping today, right? So it's not just about manicures, pedicures, spa days, bubble baths. I'm going to talk about it today. Okay, so why self care gets skipped? It's not that we don't want to take care of ourselves. We know it. We've heard that analogy of put your oxygen mask on first. We know it. We're smart women. We have done so many great things in our lives where we've made, quick decisions and tough decisions. So it's not that we don't know what to do. We know that we need to take care of ourselves. All right. Most of us really do, but sometimes we just can't think straight enough to know what we need. Because when you're in that moment where it's just, I can't think, I'm doubting myself. I've got all these negative thoughts. Nothing seems to be going right. I'm already falling behind. Okay, we are maxed out. We're burnt out. We're mentally scattered and we are just stretched so thin. Okay, so now recently I heard on a Mel Robbins podcast where she interviewed a psychologist, Dr. Stuart Ablon. Now he said these 6 words: people do well if they can. And I think it's the same goes for self-care. We do it if we can. So all that time that we know we have to, but we just go, I can't, right? It's because we don't know in that moment in time what to do to take a break. What sort of things will help reset and re energize us? That is why it is so important to plan it ahead of time, because we just don't know our energy, our mood, how we'll feel when it comes time to take the break if we don't have it written in our planner, because we're juggling so much and sometimes we just need that little help getting there. So I have in the description the link to this podcast if you want to listen to it. Originally, I listened to it for to help my young son who is on the autism spectrum. He's 16 and he does have some challenging behaviors from time to time. And it's not that he doesn't want to be participating well without wrecking things or having meltdowns. It's just he doesn't know how to manage or regulate himself. So I need to make sure that I help him so that he can. So kids do well if they can, people do well if they can, and we will do well in looking after ourselves if we can. And so I'm going to help you today make sure that we can do it. Okay, so I want you to let me know with a yes, or actually type me or the hands up emoji if you've ever stared at your planner or your phone thinking, I know I need a break. but I just have no clue what to do. Like you're exhausted and you know you got to take a break, but you're just looking at your to-do list and just going, because if you don't know what to do, what do you know? What do you go towards? Well, I know to keep doing my task on my to-do list. So you do that instead. Okay, so we do want to take care of ourselves. We know self-care is a necessity, but in that moment when your brain's fried and your energy is flatlined, the ideas don't come. So you need a nudge, you need a prompt, and you need something simple. And so I know I need a break, but have no clue. Okay, so really important that we today are going to figure things out so then we can. Okay, so the solution is prompts are going to help us. Okay, so self-care bingo card. Now, I recently participated in a video creation, content creation challenge, and in that they gamified it by having a bingo. So in this challenge, once you complete a challenge, you get to mark down the square, and then it helps you gain that momentum. So today, the self-care bingo card that I created, it's going to help us take those breaks that we need. So it has 25 super simple, low pressure ideas that you're going to actually be able to do even on those hard days. All right, things that don't require an entire free day, because who has even half an hour most of the time to look after ourselves? Okay, so things you can do even when your tank feels empty. Okay, so things like, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay, things like listen to your favorite song. That is why I ask you, what is your favorite song that gets you dancing, that gets you in the mood? Create yourself a playlist. I have a playlist on my Spotify called My Happy Songs. So anytime I'm feeling a little bit down, or I feel good and I want to make myself even better, I pop on my happy song playlist to get me dancing, to get me in the mood, get me moving. Okay? Another one is paint, draw, or do a creative craft or doodling. It doesn't have to be a work of art. You can take a little piece of your corner of your planner and create little doodles to embellish. I have a video showing you simple doodle ideas to pop onto the corners or empty spaces of your planner. So there's no excuse that, Marianne, I can't draw. You can even do scribbles. They call it, I think, mindful doodling, where you're just creating lines or filling up a little square with tiny little circles, right? So there's no excuse to say, but I'm not artistic, I'm not creative. You are. You just have that self-doubt. Another one is go for a 15-minute walk. Just go outside, or even just go out and open the door to your backyard. If you're lucky enough to have a little courtyard or backyard, I live in an apartment and we don't even have a balcony. So stepping outside for 15 minutes, you know what? If you have an Apple Watch or a timer on your phone, put 7.5, or is it, yeah, 7.5 minutes. Once that starts, the alarm or timer goes off, go back the other way. Okay, just walk around and get some fresh air. Another one, this is one I like. Okay, write a kind note to yourself or a friend. I really love that idea of writing yourself a nice note that you can read back. You can even maybe go and you know um, uh, send it to yourself. Pop a stamp on it and send it to yourself, or write a friend a lovely little note. And then you get to play with your favorite pen, practice your penmanship, And that in itself is a nice, mindful activity, a kind activity to yourself, or lovely words to a friend. So, little moments like these, small steps, that's going to bring you back to yourself. All right, so really important. So, here's another question. So, there's a few of you here right now, so make sure you are letting me know. Do you have a favorite hobby or creative outlet? So this doesn't have to be one you're doing right now. Okay, maybe there's one you haven't even done for a long time that you might go and start taking up. Because remember, this is self care, doing something you enjoy and taking time out to just focus on that and be mindful. Doing that is our self care, right? Self care, I don't know, somewhere along the way, along the line, we thought self care is about, all these expensive stuff. I got to have a facial. I got to have my nails done. I got to go to the spa day. I got to have a bubble bath. But simple things like doing your favorite hobby or doing something creative is a self care opportunity for you to plan in your planner. Okay, so let me know, what is your favorite hobby or creative outlet? Or even if you don't have one, what is one that you have been thinking of trying? Pop it in the chat, or if you're watching on replay, in the comment section, because I might try it and then also then share my experience with you all here. Okay, so let me know. I'm going to pop back and have a look. All right, so let's quickly now, what you can do with this printable, okay, is you can print it. You can pop it in your planner like I have. So I actually have it in what I call my planner reset planner. So this is just the clip book. This is everything that I know when I'm feeling overwhelmed, and sometimes my planner, my weekly spread, my daily spread, my habit tracker, my well-being planner spread may be too much for me. So this is my little reset. So I've got my self-care bingo card in there. I've got my running to-do list, my goals, so then I know what I'm, working towards. And then of course I have my daily affirmation, and this is where I keep my brain dumping guide and printable as well. So this is what my go-to is when I'm like, everything is just way too much. So my self-care bingo card is sitting front and center. Like I said, print it, pop it in your planner. You can even print it or laminate it, pop it on your fridge or somewhere where it's going to be visible for you, so you can see it every day as your reminder to take care of yourself. And you can check things off like I have. So even on days when your brain is too tired to think of how to care for yourself, you already have the answer. So, the reason why I made this is because I know what it's like to want, to need, to look after yourself, but you just don't know what to do where you're in that low space, when you have very little to no energy and you are just stuck. You have thoughts swirling in your mind that, why am I not able to do this? Why am I falling behind? Why am I not good enough? I should have done this. I should have said that. What if I did this? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And you know why those thoughts swirl in your head? It's because you haven't rested. You haven't allowed yourself to regain the energy. You haven't plugged the charger, right? When our phone is on that last bar, we don't touch it. We let it rest. We plug it in. We let it recharge. Yet we forget to do it for ourselves. When our computer is running slow and you see that whirling little image on in the middle of the screen, and because you have 20 tabs open, right? We turn the computer off, wait 60 seconds, let it cool down, and we turn it back on, and voila, everything is working so much faster, so much better, yet we don't do it for ourselves. You don't need to earn your rest. And this is the thing I thought of yesterday. I'm going, oh, I get to reward myself by doing this. It's like, no, self care is not a reward that you only get to do when you've done something else. It's part of the things that is non negotiable for you as well. So if you have a meeting or a Zoom meeting scheduled for 9 a.m. for work, you go and you go, oh, I don't really want to talk to them, right? Oh, another marketing meeting or another this meeting. You put it in your planner, you time block it. It's at 9 a.m., it's at 10 a.m., and you do it. Yet when it comes to us, uh, later, maybe at the end of the day, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll take a rest. Okay, you do not need to wait until burnout forces it upon you that you rest because now you're sick. Now you're tired and you can't keep your eyes open. Okay, and you definitely don't need to make self care a huge event every time. And this is why I created this, because I'm there going, what else can I do to take a break? What other self care stuff? You know, when you're in the moment and you go, oh, I don't know, this is too hard. So then you go, oh, well, okay, well, look, I'll think up of something. I'll just quickly, you know, tidy up. I'll just quickly check my emails. And then you're back in the cycle of doing your tasks instead of taking your breaks. Okay. So you just need something that makes it easier to start. So this is it. This is going to help you. It's that nudge. It's that little reminder. So when you can't think for yourself, you go and look at your self-care bingo card. All right. So let's quickly have a look. Where's oh, let's have a look at this one. I think it was this one. Okay. What's your favorite hobby or creative outlet? Ronnie Cat, crafting or like card making, art, graphic design, playing games, bookmaking. Oh, I love that. Oh, there's a place I just discovered that do um, about binding books and notebooks. I may have to look at that. I love that. I also love a little tech like programming. That's fantastic. I remember in year 7, so that's first year of high school, back in the day when you had to program something, run. I can't remember. All I remember is run something and you press. So I love that too. Techie stuff like programming. Cindy says cooking, baking, gardening, reading, music, plannerets, live stream is a self-care. Yes. I also love my facials, manis and pedis. Oh my, all the things. These are my favorite things. I love it. See, these are the things. If you can't figure out for yourself the different type of hobbies or creative, gather these things that are coming from our plannerets, because even things like programming, I went, oh, that's pretty. Bookmaking also, I actually originally first read that, Ronnie Cat, as bookmark making. That is another one. If you have you love reading books, create some lovely bookmarks and put favorite photos. If you have a laminator, laminate it, punch a little hole at the top and put a nice little ribbon or a trinket at the top. So that's how I originally read it. Oh, and yoga too for Cindy. I love that. So yes, I've been adding a lot of movement and stretches to my day. I love it. Thank you so much for letting me know what your favorite hobbies and creative outlets are. Okay, so here's another one, because one of the things that we have on our self care bingo card is going for a walk. So here's a question for you. Where's your favorite place to walk or be outside. Now, I live here in the city. And so, we do have a lot of parks outside. So I have no excuse saying there's no nature strip here in the city. There is. A lot of cities create these little parks, and just even sometimes, grabbing a picnic blanket and just sitting by the park and reading your favorite book. And hey, even if you want to go and scroll on your TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, why not do it outside? Get yourself a picnic blanket, grab yourself a favorite cold beverage or coffee from your local cafe and do it outside. So I want to know, where's your favorite place to walk or be outside? Okay. Um, Ronnie Cat says, I also do bookmarkers and bookbinding is fun. Yes, maybe that's one I'm going to try. Look, while I am here, I am going to put on here for my list of stuff so that don't forget. Um, check out book binding place. And I still have to go on my list of stuff, color code the column, but I think it's the third one, is for me. Things to do for me. So it's the third one. Okay, so my list of stuff is a place where I write down things that pop in my head that I need to do, want to do, but don't know yet when or what it will look like. So then I don't forget. I have this on hand. So each week I'll go, all right, out of these things that I have written down, what's one or two things from each collection or column or buckets that I've grouped them in that I can action this week? Okay, so this is what you need to do. Something pops in your head, pop it in a place in your planner or wherever it is that you trust that you will check on a regular basis. So that's my list of stuff in my personal size planner. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, you can grab the self-care bingo card from my shop right now for just $2 Australian. So not a lot, but if you want to support myself, so I'll pop that in the chat right now. Let's have a look. Self-care bingo card. Okay, so it's in my shop for a mere $2 Australian. So it's also in the description. So for those of you, because I know once the live stream finishes, sometimes the live chat doesn't show up until after a few hours when YouTube, configures it all. So it's in the link in the chat right now, but also in the description. So I've shared that with you for a mere $2 Australian. And so I think Australian to US is, or US one and a half, a dollar something, $1.50. I don't know. But it's cheap, okay? But you can also grab it as a freebie because I love you guys and I want to help you and help me look after ourselves, because we need to start putting ourselves on top of that priority list and not making us an afterthought. And then we wonder why am I so overwhelmed? Why are these self-doubt and negative thoughts won't come out of my head, and I'm just spiraling, and I'm so spent, and I can't think, I can't make decisions that I normally can when I'm able to. Okay, so hello, Marika. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, hi, hi. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so you can grab this freebie, but make sure you stick to the end of the live stream to find out how. Because, I got to tease you. There you go. Thank you, Irene. $1.28 US. Cheap. And you get to support me. But of course, who doesn't love a freebie? If you do want to grab it as a freebie, stick around, because I will let you know. It's a different thing that you got to do from my normal sign up newsletter. because I gotta keep things, novelty and change things up a bit. Look, speaking of support, if you do want to support me, many different ways that you can support me. You can support me through the likes, you can support me through comments, you can support me by sharing any content that I create, or I also love coffee. And there is this Buy Me Coffee page. So I have that linked in the description again. And, no obligation, no pressure at all, of course. But if you do feel like saying thanks for, I hope, the value and insight and tips and sharing, how I plan that hopefully you get inspired by. You can always buy me a coffee. But again, no pressure at all. Okay, so, you know, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I love creating these free content for you guys, but I also have to make sure that I am looking after our financial well-being. Freakazoid. Okay. All right. So, what were favorite places that we like to? Well, Ronnie Cat says, when I go shopping is the best time to walk. Me too, Ronnie Cat. You know what I love to do? I love to go up and down the aisle of different places, different shops, because sometimes there are things on shelves that I can, think, oh, how can I use that for something else, planner related or desk, what's the word? Decorations that will make my desk look pretty, because sometimes you will find things that can decorate your desk on your space that may not be, particularly for, a desk. My kitchen stuff, let me see if I can have a look at, little ceramic things. So this, I think, was sort of like like you put little hors d'oeuvres, and so, but I use it to keep my washi tape handy on there. Okay, so now, of course, if you are liking so far what I've shared with you, make sure to hit that like button. It, again, that's one of the ways you can support me. So I know in this time and age, not everyone, with the prices of things going up. Okay, all right. So support does not always have to come financially. It's just by being here, by saying hello in the comments section, liking, subscribing, and sharing any videos that you got. That was really helpful. You know what? A friend of mine might like that as well. Okay, so make sure you hit that like button, and of course you can save this my videos for later again, so you can watch it when you go, what did Marianne say again about self-care and making sure we put ourselves on top of the list. Okay, so self-care doesn't have to be long or perfect. So there we go. So this is the ceramic that I think there was 3 of these on a wooden platter. And so I think I got it as a gift from a friend, but I use it to house my washi tape, and I do have another one that house my calculator and other post-it note. So these are kitchen stuff or crockery that I love to, like Ronnie Cat, like going to the shops and using that opportunity to go for your walks. All right. So self care doesn't have to be long or perfect. Okay. Because that's another block. Um, uh, um, that's another, I think Marika is watching. Sorry, Marika, I'm looking at your comments. And so if you go, what is Maria? She's watching it from the beginning. Okay. So another block for a lot of us is we think self-care has to be this big, huge thing that's going to take up most of our days, okay? Like spa day or an hour-long routine. But honestly, even 1 minute of breathing, pausing, or stepping away from our computer or whatever we're doing can shift our nervous system and our mindset. Okay, because when we are in a go 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 mode, we're our whole body is, tense because we're like, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And our heart rate might be beating fast. And then we're just going, okay, go, go, go. I got to do this. What else is on my list? And then I got to go check my email. Okay. So that is sending signals to our brain, our nervous system that, like, look, we got to be on high alert because we got lots of stuff to do. We got things on our to-do list that we got to do. And it's nearly 5 o'clock. And so we got to finish up. But even taking a pause to slow down, reset, charging ourselves, allowing ourselves to cool down, calm down is going to help as well with our mindset. Okay, so this self-care bingo card isn't about pressure. It's about permission. So if you have been watching my daily videos, I call the series Small Steps, Big Change. Because I've been rewatching it, I talk about permission a lot. Let's give ourselves the permission to go and actually look after ourselves. Tell ourselves it's okay to take a break without having to do it at the end of the day, or without having to do it only after we've completed, task 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is our permission to take care of ourselves. It's the tiny nudge that reminds you, hey, do something for you. Just one thing. Okay, so really important that I will tell you right now. I have done so many videos, so much editing, showing up on YouTube community posts, showing up on shorts. You've seen me put a video out each day since Monday, plus my live stream, plus, my recorded videos. I have done more things with content creation in the last week. And I'm going, why wasn't I able to do this before? Before it took me a whole week to make one video. You know what the difference was? Taking my breaks. 5 minute here, a minute breather there. Doing something creative. Going out for a walk. Doing my workout. Looking after myself. You would think that by taking these time to do all these stuff that I'm going to run out of time, that I don't have the time. No. All the things that's on your to-do list, if you have rested, you can make decisions a lot faster. You can quickly go and finish a task that you thought would take you 2 hours because you have the energy, you have the capacity. You can do it much quicker, much better, with more thought, with little doubt. Your cognitive thinking is at a higher level. So by stepping back, by resting, by taking the 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, half a day, full day off, by taking those time, all the things that overwhelm me that I think that I need to do, I'm able to do more effectively. I am more productive. So we have to stop thinking that if I take a break, if I rest, I'm going to fall behind. Please, believe me, please, it's the opposite. And you get to look forward to resting. So I love it. Big hearts. Thank you, Elle. You're doing a great job with your video challenges. Yes, I am, and I'm enjoying it. And when I watch it, I will tell you this, when I watch it, I'm there going, I better listen to that lady, Marianne. Because a lot of times, I'm creating negative doubts in my head because that's my go-to. That's the habit I've given myself. That's my default, is to go, I'm behind. I don't have time. I don't know how to look after myself. And that's going to be maybe a while for a lot of you because that's the habit and the routine. But we can't stop a habit. We got to replace it. We got to reframe it. We got to change our thinking. We got to put ourselves on top of that list. So, really important. Ooh, let's have a look at L's. Let me just go here for a second. Um, Elle says, I did something weird and took Friday off. Slept late and moved everything to Saturday. I was able to finish the week's task because I rested. Isn't that funny? What was it? Saturday? Saturday. Saturday, I saw some, I saw something on reels on Instagram where someone crocheted a bandana, and I went, I've got all the stuff. I've got the hooks. I've got the yarn. So I think it took me a couple of hours while I'm watching my videos and I'm crocheting. So I think I shared it on Instagram. So I'll pop that. All right. I've so made myself a crocheted bandana to keep my hair off, my growing fringe off my face. And so, and I went, Marianne, you should be really doing your newsletter. You should be really planning for your Monday live stream. But I went, no, I want to go and rest for a little bit. And you know what? Same as Elle, the next day I was able to do my newsletter, create my self care product listing in my shop, prepare for this live stream, with all these little lovely, what do you call this? Text and overlays of my live stream. I was able to do it so much faster. And guess what? I got to take Saturday off, just like Elle did when she took Friday off. Right? We think it's weird to take the time off, but we got to change that, right? It's not weird. It's a necessity. It's a way to recharge ourselves so we can work better, faster, quicker, more effectively. Okay? Yay for Elle indeed. Make sure you write that down in your planner as a win, a victory log. It's a big win, but also make sure we're looking out for those other little wins along the way. Yes, indeed, Ronnie Cat. Yay for Elle. Let me have a look. Let me see. Well done indeed. That is a big win. All right, another question. What's one small self-care thing that helps you? So if you're already doing something small that's looking after yourself that I may not have on my self-care bingo card, this will help let us support each other and start making the small things count. Okay, so yes, half a day to a full day off is fantastic. An hour to 2 hours off once a week is great as well. But sometimes it's the little things that add up that count the most when it comes to looking after ourselves and self care. Okay, so have a think. What's one small self care thing that helps you right now that we can all share? Bookmaking, like Ronnie Cat, cooking, baking, and all these different things, just like Cindy said. Okay, so write in the chat or in the comment section one small self-care thing that helps you. Okay, so while you're thinking, let me show you how to use the self-care bingo card. So if you know bingo, it's pretty much that, a little challenge that you can give yourself. Because I find for me, I do so well when I have a plan of action to follow. because I'm in the zone most of the time, in the in the anxious thoughts, as a parent of someone on the autism spectrum, as a parent of a 17, nearly 18-year-old son. Making sure that I'm being a good mother, being a good wife. Always, my go-to is the shoulda, woulda, couldas, or the anxiety about thinking about the future, right? So that's my go-to default. So I have to try and make sure I'm starting to change that. So, how to use this self-care bingo card? You can either print it, so then it goes in your planner just like this. You can laminate it if you want, pop it on the fridge, or you can, if you have a lovely space to get ready in the morning, and you have a maybe nightstand, or somewhere that you do your makeup, or that you look at on a regular basis, have it there. Don't just keep it printed and then never look at it again, because what's the point? So keep it in your planner. And then when you do one of these things on this self care bingo card, you get to check it off. All right. So you can either get a marker. My son was given one of these for his homeschooling. So the bingo daubers, I think they're called. Okay, so that's what I have here. So I get to do one because last night I ticked off one of these things. I did the do a beauty ritual, face, mask, nails, skincare. So it wasn't nails, but thanks to my friend Elle, who I had to ask to help me figure out. That's why my hair is still a little bit wet, because I didn't go to bed early enough. I did a hair mask. I've never done a hair mask in my life, but unfortunately, my hair is breaking. And I don't know if it's through age, perimenopause, but my hair normally is really, really thick. The strands as well as the number of hair, but there's more hair on the floor than is on my head nowadays. And I asked my friend Elle Naturally, so make sure you check Elle Naturally's YouTube page. She has lots of tips and tricks, not just for hair but skincare as well, and all the things. And guess what? That's a self care, ritual. So I am going to go make sure to go and dab, or let's see if this works. Yes. So I got to complete another thing on my bingo card. Oh, I have to try and do these just so then I can get a bingo. So this is a great way to make looking after yourself fun. Okay, so the thing that I had was take a 20-minute nap. I think that was on Saturday. Try a hobby. No, that was Friday. That was Saturday, and then yesterday I did that. So okay, so have a look at the self care bingo card, and what you need to do is you need to pop it in your planner. It's all good and well and go, oh, yes, I want to take a 5-minute break today, or I'm going to go and read a chapter of my book, all right? But you actually have to be intentional about it. Why? Because remember, when you're in the moment that you know you need to take a break and you are overwhelmed, burnt out, stressed, spread thin, you have no mental capacity to go and take your break, because then that's when you go, I'm feeling behind, I don't have the time, I don't have that, I'm gonna fall behind. So you need to go and plan it ahead of time. So let me show you my daily planner, which was this was from Sunday. Okay, I didn't get to listen to my favorite music. I did read a chapter. I don't think I read a chapter. I think I read 3 pages. So I'm going to do that. But I have here hair mask. So because I did it late at night, I didn't get to check that off. Okay, so I did the hair mask there. And what else did I plan here? Because when I spotted that crochet bandana. There we go. I popped it in my planner. Crochet bandana. What else did I do? Workout. Um, I think I made the bingo card Friday, so I didn't get but yeah, right? Pop it in your planner. You need to pop it in your planner. So what did I have for today? What is my today? Today is the 12th. Have I done I haven't, because I've just woken up. I woke up at 4 a.m. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go listen to my songs. So you grab your planner and do this with me right now. And I'm going to show you the different type of task. Personal task. Listen and try and be as specific as you can. Listen to, I think it's called The Fighter. The Fighter, Keith Urban. Okay, because that is a song that gets me in the mood of dancing, being happy. Okay, so then I have chosen one of these things. Where is that? Listen to your favorite song. Okay, so when I do that and complete that today, not only do I mark it in my daily planner, but I'm also going to grab my bingo dabber and dab to complete that. All right, so whatever it is, you can go and complete the same ones over and over again. If you want to just go for a walk, go for a walk, go for a walk, but you need to put it in your planner. You need to be intentional about it, and you need to block the time to do it. Not just go, oh yeah, I'll go for a walk, because that's the trap we fall into. Is we know we need to take a break, but we don't do it because we have these things of, I don't have the time, I don't know what to do. There's no more excuse of not knowing what type of things to do when it comes to looking after yourself. Now, I have in the description some options you can have a look if you for the bingo dot markers or stoppers, or you can just grab your colorful marker and just color in the box. Or if you have some stickers that you haven't used and you want to utilize the stickers that you've been sitting in your, stickers stash, pop stickers on there. Make it colorful, make it fun, gamify your self-care, because that's telling your brain to go, oh, that was fun. Let's do more of that. The more you do it, the easier it is to go and look after yourself, because it's a habit. And so we got to start changing the habit and creating those routines so it becomes habitual. So then it doesn't become weird anymore. It's just part of our life that we take time off, that we take a half a day, a full day, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is. Small time off also counts. It doesn't have to always be the hour long ones. Okay, so you can either pick one each day, so there's 25, so there's enough for a whole month. You can repeat the same ones that you want. You can do 2 more each day. It's up to you, but we need to start making it part of our day that is a non-negotiable, not as an afterthought, not as a later, not as a reward. When I do all these other things, I get to do this. It is part of our day, just the same way we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, just the same way we brush our teeth, just the same way we put our, we wash our clothes, okay? Just the same way that we have to reply to emails, just the same way we go into meetings. All right, so really important. And then even better, like I said, schedule them in your planner for the week ahead. How good is that? Remember how the things that when I talk about when we do our weekly reset, we plan ahead. So then that way, when we are in the moment and maybe our mood is not up there, maybe our energy level is very low, or maybe something happened that's just thrown off our week, we already have a guide. We have the step by step things to do in our day that, you know what, if I can only do one thing today, that is to look after myself, to make myself a priority. So then that way I will be in a better position to go and look after someone else, do all the things I need to do. All right. So no more excuse on what to do. So, where is my mouse? Okay, so Ronnie Cat says, so the question was one small self-care thing that really helps you reset. Basic yoga helps, but playing beat 'em up games get the frustrations away. Oh, that's a good one. And I'd love to try those where you smash things. Has anyone done that? Really important. Okay, so here's a thing. I'm going to go through them. Which square would you pick? I want you to tell me right now what is an easy thing for you to do. Take 1 minute to breathe deeply. Drink a full glass of water. Speaking of, right? L has already done this one. Take a guilt-free day off. No chores, no errands. Look at this one. Do laundry slowly and mindfully. Yep, really. Just go and do that instead of going, "Ugh, everybody got to do laundry again." All right. Okay, it's one of the things we need to do. But how about if we do it slowly and mindfully and with intention? Spend an hour outdoors in nature. There's actually a nice little place in the city, but like a little walking path that I might do that. Take a long, relaxing bath or shower. Sit in the sun for 10 minutes. It's raining here, so probably won't do that today or tomorrow. Forecast rain. Watch a movie on your own. That's right, go to the cinemas on your own. Or where's the other one? Go to a coffee shop alone. Are you scared to do that? I used to be scared. I used to think, oh, people will think I'm by myself. Yeah, because you're doing it alone. Yes, of course, you're by yourself. But it's so nice to just sit there, enjoy a cup of coffee, grab yourself a nice pastry, people watch. I love people watching. Okay. Which square would you pick? Okay, I'm going to keep still. All right. There it is. Which one are you going to put in your planner right now? And what time? So for some of you, it's not too late yet. It's not 10 o'clock in the evening. I know 10 o'clock normally in the evening or midnight's around about 12 or 1 p.m. my time. So there's still plenty of time for you to do one of these things. What am I going to do? I am going. What did I put today? I was going to listen to my favorite song, and I went to the local library and borrowed a not a fiction book for the first time in a very very long time. So I'll share that somewhere, Instagram or in community post or in the Plannerets community. Right? Read a book. Okay. Um, Marika, no, I haven't finished the live stream yet. I haven't shared. So, yep, just wait a little bit more because uh, I will let you know. Okay, so so many bingo choices, awesome. And if you don't have a printer, just go and pause this video and write it down on your own. Create yourself 25 boxes because not everyone has printers. I know that. Okay, so there's no excuse for, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay, sit on the porch for an hour and watch the clouds move. I love watching the clouds. I don't have a balcony. I don't have a courtyard or a garden, but there is a park nearby that I could just sit there, bring my planner or my book and a picnic blanket. When it's not raining, I'm going to do that. So I like that idea, Irene. See, this is why we as a community need to go. So, what did you say, Irene? So, I'm going to go watch the clouds move. So, watch the clouds move. Okay, so I've gotten that, and I'm going to make sure I pop that somewhere on in my planner. All right, so plan ahead. What sort of things can you do to look after yourself? Have one each day. I always say have a self-care where it's a recharge moment, one of your top 3 priorities for the day. So if nothing else gets done, you have a non-negotiable, a one recharge moment, and one thing that you can complete or do or start that can give you a win in the day. So this is going to help you stay connected to what you need to do before burnout hits. Okay, so if you had to choose, have a think and put it in your planner. Okay, so Marika and everyone else has been really, really patient. So how can you grab this printable download? Again, as I said, it's only $2 Australian dollars in the shop. You can grab it there. That'll help support me. I know it's only a little bit, but hey, a little bit of a lot helps me really well. But if you do want to grab this printable download, you can do so right now. So let me pop it in the chat. Okay, all right, there it is. Okay, so I'll put it in the live chat right now, and all you got to do is fill in the form. That's it. Okay, so 25 simple self-care ideas you can actually do ready. And if you're ready to finally make self-care a non-negotiable, pop in your name and your email and click that yes, send me the bingo card, and then you will get an email with the link to download this self-care bingo card. And it has 2 versions, a US English and a British or UK English. So I think the word that I have is favorite. So favorite and color. Okay, so you have the US and UK version of spelling those words. And what I'll actually do as well is I'm going to go and create another page that's blank. So then that way you can fill it in yourself with your favorite things to do. Okay, so the beginning of each month, you can go print one out, pop the date range. So I'm going to put this, I think for this, I'm going to put it for May the 12th to the end of the month. So there's 25. So there is no excuse that you don't know how to go and look after yourself on a daily basis, missing a few days here and there, right? 25 simple ideas to look after yourself. If you say to me, Marianne, I don't know what type of things I should do to reset, then I would go, well, didn't you grab my printable download that I have made free for you? Okay, so there it is. Okay, the link is in the description. Okay, and hey, if you go find value in it, buy me a coffee. It really helps. And then it really also then supports me to make more printables like this for future. So then that way you and I can look after ourselves, can remind ourselves how important we are, and by taking care of ourselves, we're going to be in a better position to help ourselves, others, and do the things we need to do much, much better. Okay, so it's in the it's in the live chat right now, the link. So click that, but don't go away. Make sure you go grab that, but no excuse. Just now, make sure that you print the version that, see how it's here, favorite. So there is a version that has the without the U. Where else? Color somewhere. Okay, there's another favorite somewhere. Okay, so there's two versions, and I will actually also create one that's blank. And even if you download it, I'll send an updated version. So do you like it? Let me know. People have left. Now they've got the link. Let me know. Give it a thumbs up, this video a thumbs up, and make sure that you have subscribed. I think 51% of you, used to be 70% of you. 50% of those that watch my video are not yet subscribed. So I want to get that to, I want the subscribed number to be higher. So make sure you subscribed and hit that bell, because I gave myself I was going to say mini challenge. No, it's not a mini challenge. A challenge to put a video up, not including my live stream, not including my recorded video on demand, but to show up on a daily basis with a video for you, with a series of calling it Small Steps, Big Change, for 365 days. And before going live, I uploaded my 8th one. So make sure you go watch that. It looks fun. Thank you. This is great. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Okay, so 2 ways you can grab my printable download. You can either spend a measly $2 or $1.28, and that helps support me. And then that'll help support me creating more printables and showing up for you guys. And hopefully you are finding value in it. Or as a freebie, their link is in the live chat. So this is the thing that I needed for you to pop into my live chat. So then by having people in my live chat, by having engagement, is telling the YouTube algorithm that people are liking the content that I create. And so then it sends more people like us, or sends my videos to people like us to watch, pops it in their suggestion and their homepage, and, then click the next video. Without it, it sort of, with all those support that you do give by likes, commenting, chatting in the live streams, it helps me, not only my channel and its growth, but also for my well-being, for my mental well-being. I know these vanity metrics shouldn't count, the number of subscribers, the number of likes, but that is how our brain works. Our brain looks for being part of a community, being liked, because our brain is made for, the caveman days still. Like, we need to be part of a community to feel safe, to feel wanted, to feel needed, to feel liked. And, these are vanity metrics, but without it, it actually sucks. It's like, oh, I created this video and no one liked it. It's a bit of a toll on someone's mental well-being. It shouldn't. I know it shouldn't count, but it does. Okay, so I just released, I think 5 minutes before this live stream, the 8th video in my 365 Small Steps Big Change series, where if you're feeling like you're behind, you are not. Okay, you're not behind. You're just starting now. Okay, so if you haven't watched that, make sure you do. It's the slow down, start now video again, if you find it helpful. And it's so nice for me to read your comments. Okay, so self-care isn't selfish. It's how we keep showing up as the version of us that we want to be. So if you've ever felt like it's hard to figure out what to do for yourself, this bingo card, okay, it's a bit bright, okay, this self-care bingo card printable, this is your gentle nudge. There is no more excuse though, I don't know what to do, Marianne. Okay, so now I want you to tell me in the comment section of this live stream, okay, which idea are you going to try first? All right, so don't forget, either $2 Australian or around about $1.28 US, or as a freebie. I popped that link in the printable right in the live chat right now. And so grab your bingo card. Let me know. Take photos, please, and go and show me in my Planorettes community. Link is in the description. Join my Planorettes community and be active in there as well. I know Ronnie Cat is. I love seeing your likes and all your comments and share your printables. So if you don't have an Instagram account and you want to show off your monthly cover page, your layouts, your how you've embellished your page, what self-care things you've done that has worked for you, share it. Sharing is caring. So I hope you appreciate today's video and make sure to pop and watch that one next, okay? Whoop, I haven't finished. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.